Introduction of social media. The origins of social media can be traced back to 1978 with the invention of bulletin boards, which allow users to download information and communicate via electronic mail. Websites and online tools that allow users to share information, photos, videos, links, and opinions. Social media in the context refer to the major platforms and features such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Social media allows people to share information and ideas in a variety of ways. For the vast majority of people, social media is a means of self-actualization. Social media also plays an important role in the development of personal relationships with others. Business use social media to promote themselves, their brands, and products. Because of the large number of social media users, this must be a very promising location for marketing. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, e-learning has been implemented as an alternative method of learning during isolation in all educational institutions worldwide. Students can use e-learning websites to take classes and various social media channels to discuss their learning or concern. Introduction of information agency. Information agency are organizations that specialize in information-related tasks such as creating, collecting, disseminating, packaging, storing, managing, and preserving information. There are 4 types of information agencies. Firstly, library. Library is a collection of documents, books, or other media that are readily available for use rather than only for exhibition. Second, archive. Archive is a location for the storage of documents and records, and it has become a repository for the material used to construct national memories. Next, record center. Record center is designed to be a central repository where an organization can store and manage all of its records such as legal or financial documents. Lastly, museum. Museum is a structure or institution that houses and exhibits artifacts and other objects of artistic, cultural, historical, or scientific significance. A museum purpose is to depict history in a physical form so that we can better understand it.
The first topic that we're going to discuss is about the role of information agencies in supporting national development. There are 4 information agencies, which are library, archive, museum, and record center. The first one is library. Library is the main repository for information searching. As we know, library is everywhere, and mostly library locates at the main road in the country. So library easily can provide materials which consist lots of knowledge to people. The second one is to promote literacy. Libraries are committed to help children and adults develop the skill they need to survive and thrive in a global information society. Many adults nowadays cannot identify a specific location on a map or understand the instruction on the medicine bottle or help their children with homework. The third one is acquires new and old materials to be displayed. We can conclude that library is indeed creating and bringing a new version of sources for people to improve themselves through the advanced era. Another information agency is archive. Archive can store and preserve important information materials in the long term. As new and latest data always being created and stored, old materials can safely kept in archive. The second one is locate national data that can be accessed by right people only. You can know that it can increase the national privacy from unknown people. The third one is any historical valuable records from document to sound recording can be retrieved. There are 2 types of archive, which is in-house archive and national archive. The third information agency is museum. Museum can provide a great education and entertainment. Every generation of society can learn and gain knowledge. And also, students can learn history there and not just only at school. The second one is museum can display the culture, history, and more to people and tourists. The third one is as a memory institution. Museum is also where people can relax and enjoy the exhibition. There are types of museum, which are art museum, history museum, and archaeology museum. The last information agency is record center. Record center can store and manage all of organizations' records such as legal or financial documents. It also can protect sensitive records from unauthorized access.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aqilah binti Harun and I will continue the presentation with my topic, which is how information agencies use social media to engage the public during COVID-19. Information and agencies use social media to engage the public during COVID-19, such as LinkedIn. LinkedIn, as we know, LinkedIn nowadays become one of the most important tools for modern professional. One of the benefits of LinkedIn is present cohesive professional image online. LinkedIn is usually used to create an interesting image for attract the people. This is because LinkedIn have offer paid e-learning tools for libraries to empower their staff and patrons. The next social media is Facebook. Facebook is the largest social media that have been used by the people around the world. Information agencies use Facebook to attract the public, which provides articles and specifically videos about library to the audience. They also can having a live streaming for showing the library management to increase the viewer for watching the videos. Next is Tumblr. Tumblr is the one of the most popular social media that have been using by librarians. They can use Tumblr to publish short posts of text, image, video, and they can also chat with admin. Tumblr is used by the libraries, author, and reader to create a short content for marketing and promotion the library new collection of books, and they also post book trailer for make pupils sign in the library. Next is Instagram. Instagram is the one of the top social media that have been used by the people in the world after the Facebook. Information agencies should use this chance by showcases the people about the exploration of the interesting history, and the Instagram also have the live streaming. Interesting history can make people excited to know more about the history. Besides, the Instagram can help to value out the digital marketing by using an influencer. And this can increase the people who are interested with information agencies. The last one is YouTube. YouTube also can be used to engage the public with upload and share the unique and interesting video on social media to attract the audience. For example, showcases surrounding like tour by live streaming, and also can give several points about the upcoming improvement. That's all. Thank you.
The development of information agencies in digital era. Technology has been drastically developed throughout the time. Within this development or changes, our daily routine can also be seen changing throughout the journey. That's including how people do business, communicate, and gain information. Information agencies are not an exception in this development. With these changes, the organizations need to be improvising to cope in the digital era that includes library, archive, record centers, and museum. The first one, Library. Library has become one of the main sources of accessing and providing information for the users in different forms, including printed sources like book, journal, newspaper, also recorded audio in the CD-ROMs. In the digital era, library need to improvise the service and features, creating a new system that will be able to provide information in the electronic formats through the web and online database. This is to fulfill the demand and provide the information to the whole people worldwide. This including improves the searching mechanism and the library management. The librarians also need to make sure that they are familiar with the skills in the new technology. The second one, archive. Archive play an important role in keeping information or non-current documents stored in the repository for future use. With the development of technology, archive system or archivists needs to adapt to a new change in managing a document into the electronic archives for a better access in the future. One of the examples of archive in Malaysia is National Archives of Malaysia. There's a third one, the Record Center. In the digital era, individual, organization, and especially government need to learn to cope with the art of managing records in the electronic era. Important evidence of such activities like contract, decisions, and transactions need to be recorded, stored, and secured throughout the. The last one, museum. Museum is a non-formal education institution to the society. Technology development of the technology, the number of visitors to museum can be seen decrease from time to time. National Museum of Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur is one example of museums that contains important and valuable information and ancestral heritage to the country. It is important for the organization to alter the management system, including the environment and facilities, to engage the visitors and keep the value of museum to the society and the country.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Khairunnisa Musa. I'm going to present on issues and challenges related to social media, digitalization, and information agency. Social media is also a digitalization that gives advantages for information agency to improve and facilitate a better information exchange around the world. Social media have contributed a lot of information during this pandemic COVID-19, where people stay at home and scrolling through media social to get to know about the information. But there's always a challenge toward the successful of social media. The first challenge is uncontrolled dissemination of information. Never before in human history has it been able to interact so quickly during a pandemic, and social media platforms have been a crucial component in information distribution. Yet there are numerous various advantages and disadvantages to consider. The method through which facts are disseminated to the general public is known as information dissemination. For example, the National Library used social media to provide knowledge to people all over the world, but there was always a fake account on social media that trying to spread false information, and the vast amount of material provided made it uncontrollable. Next is an attractive content to attract and stay relevant toward the millennium. The four information agencies, which are library, museum, archive, and record center, should make a creative content to attract especially a millennium to visit their social media page. The old style information created was a bit lame. Information agency in Malaysia should take advantages of social media. For example, nowadays, TikTok is one of a famous social media. Information agencies such as archive or library or museum should have one TikTok account where they show the audience what is archive, what is museum, and the environment in the archive by making creative content video. And next is the copyright restriction or delicate nature of the material. For example, a museum which they collect conserve to enhance their public culture experience. Their collection are varied and diverse. A museum may now make their collection digital available to a global audience thanks to digital photography, scanning, and the internet. They only have been recently been given the ability to lawfully generate digital copies for the purpose of preservation according to the recent revision to copyright rules in 2014. However, not all material obtained from the internet or other sources is clearly labeled for use or come from a reliable source. Legal compliance as well as knowledge management, information management, and contract management are all important aspects of copyright management. And last but not least, the lack of quality and scope of content. People become followers and supporters of an organization on social media because they believe the content offered, which the posting they will see in their daily life feed, is both dependable and relevant to them. More participation on social media can translate into a better brand exposure and higher traffic to the site, which is why it is called as a social media. Posting that lack the element that people enjoy and share, on the other hand, will fail to interest the readers. The bad news is that some social media account admin in information agencies have a habit of underestimating and ignoring the quality content on their pages because the lack of expertise of their target audience.
Last but not least, conclusion. To summarize, social media has evolved into a vital instrument in today's society. If you want to compare, in the past society mainly communicated information and news through newspaper or from people to people. However, since the advance of social media, all activities and labor can now be completed entirely on the phone, eliminating the need for business people and sellers to go out and work. In addition, using social media to stay current may save us a lot of time and money. Overall, social media has provided several advantages to individuals all over the world. Information agencies have surpassed social media in importance. In our society, information agencies play a vital function. They are the guardian of our legacy and knowledge requirement as well as the organizer of information, history, and the learning process. Information agency collect and store knowledge from the past and present to be utilized in the future. The powerful agency today is made by libraries, museums, archives, and a record center, which supplies all information, knowledge, and history. That's all from our group. Thank you.